Hello friends, welcome to my channel. This is our today's question on LeetCode, and this question is basically a daily challenge for 23rd July, and the question is all possible full binary trees. So we will read the question first and we will try to figure out how we can solve this question. So given an integer n, return a list of all possible full binary tree with n nodes. So basically we are given with this integer n and we have to return list of all possible full binary trees. So we will understand the meaning of full binary tree, and the tree should have n nodes. Okay, so also each node of the tree in the answer must have value 0. So node value is for all the nodes in each tree will be 0. Okay, each element of the answer is the root node of one possible tree. You may return the final list of tree in any order. Okay, so in any order we can return the final tree or final vector which will contain all the possible trees. And they have cleared the meaning of full binary tree. A full binary tree is a binary tree where each node has exactly 0 or 2 childrens. So you can see that in this figure, these are binary trees with us. Full binary tree is with us. They can have either 0 child or they can have 2 childs. Okay, there is no option for one child. So this is the meaning of full binary tree. So we for a given number, let's say they have given 7. So for a given number we have to get all these binary tree and full binary tree, and we have to return in form of a vector of tree nodes. So let us have a closer view for this question. So for n is equal to 5, you can see that there are two possibilities corresponding to nodes. Okay, corresponding to full binary trees. So these are the two possibilities or two full binary trees for 5 nodes, and you can see that each node is having value as 0. So let us think about how we can solve this question. So before I move further in question, I will have some cases with us. So this was n is equal to 5. Okay, so this was basically n is equal to 5. Let us think about n is equal to 4. Okay, so when n is equal to 4, so if we are thinking about a full binary tree when n is equal to 4, so let us try to draw those trees. Okay, so basically first node we can have this. Okay, and after that, after this first node, we are left with 3 nodes. So I will write here 3 nodes left. Okay, so basically what we have to do, we can have for full binary tree we can have either 0 childs or 2 childs, but for so you can see that total nodes is nothing but 4 and 3 nodes are left. So basically if we take 0 child, so how can we go for other 3 nodes? So we have to take for we have to take 2 childs here. Okay, so we can have 2 childs. Okay, okay, now what happens, only one node is left. So one node is left. So basically that one node has to be kept has to be attached or has to be present in has to be child of any of these two nodes. Okay, so basically let us say we can have that one node here. Okay, so basically the graph will look like this, the tree will look like this. Okay, so we got our tree, but is it a fully binary tree or full binary tree? So it is not a full binary tree, because for this node you can see that we can have only one child. Okay, so for n is equal to 4 we cannot have full binary tree. Okay, we cannot have any full binary tree because one element or one node will be left at the last moment, at the last iteration or at the last traversal, and we have to attach that node, or we have to make the node the child of any other node. So basically only one node is left, so there will be always a chance that a node is having a single child. So you can see that in this case a node is having a single child. So for n is equal to 4, you can see that there is one child left with us, and that's why we cannot consider, we cannot have any binary full binary tree for n is equal to 4. So let us talk about some more number of nodes. So more clearly we can talk about odd number of nodes and even number of nodes. So talking about even number of nodes, what will happen? So let us say when n is even. So when n is even number, so in this case what will happen? When we are when we are on first node, so basically you can see that this is the node, and after that n minus 1 number of nodes are left. So n minus 1 nodes are left. So basically we have to, now what we can do, now we have to add two childs for this node. So we will add two childs. Okay, so you can see again n minus 3 is left, n minus 3 nodes are left. Okay, so again what we can do, so you can see that after each iteration, you can see that initially n minus 1 nodes are left, after that n minus 3 nodes are left. So basically what will be the thing, we will get this at the very last moment. What will happen at the very last moment? What will happen, the nodes left will be nothing but, you can see that n minus it will be an odd number. You can see that for the first node n minus 1 is left, for the second node n minus 3 is left. So basically for the last level, or we can say that for the last level, the node left will be nothing but n minus 1, which is nothing but one node. So what will happen at last level, one node will be left. Okay, so you can see that for the last level there will be always one node left with us. Okay, so we can have one node at the last level. Okay, so these are this was the first level. Okay, this was the first level, and this was the second level, and this is going to be our last level. Okay, so you can see that for last level there will be always one node, one child, one node left with us. Okay, so this node will be child of uh, a child of node which is present at last minus 1 level. Okay, so this is going to be the child of last minus 1. So for this level, or for the node at this level, for the node at this level, you can see that for this node, okay, yeah, this node, there is only one child left with us. So you can see that for last minus 1th level, there will be a node will which will have only one child. Okay, so basically I will write here for a node on this level, we will have one child only. Okay, or I can write here there exists a node on this level, okay, on the last level, such that there is at least one there is at least one node in this last minus 1th level. There exists a node on this level which will have only one child. So you can see that there is a node on this level which is having only one child. Okay, so what we can say, that if there is only one child, so for this case what will happen, for this case we can say that the tree is not, so tree is not full binary. So binary tree is not full binary. So you can see that for all n which is an even number, so for all n which is an even number, we will not have any of the full binary tree. So what we will do, what I can say, we will not have any binary or full binary tree for even number of nodes. So for even number of nodes, we will not get any kind of full binary tree. So what we will do, we will just return a empty vector in this case. Okay, and for n is equal to 5, or we can say that for odd number of nodes, what we will do, we will find so basically for talking about odd, so basically first thing was, when we are having even number of nodes, we will just return an empty vector, and after that we will talk about odd number of vectors, so odd number of nodes. So for odd number of nodes, what we can have, so how we can solve this question. So for, okay, when n is odd number, okay, so in this case what will happen, so basically at very first what we are doing, we were having one node with us. Okay, so basically what we will do, we will solve this question for recursively to get all the possible trees. Okay, so we are having this first node, and what we will do, we will solve for the left part, and we will solve for the right part. So somehow I will get number of trees for the left part, and somehow I will get number of trees at the right part. Okay, so basically you can see that let us have on the left part, we can have, let us say, 4 trees with us, or you can say that 4 subtrees with us, or 4 full subtrees with us, and for the right part you can have these subtrees with us. So I will write here, so basically these are nothing but, I will write here, so these are full binary trees at left part, and these are full binary tree at right part. So basically what we can take, we can how we can what we will do, so basically we will take one full binary tree from this part, and we will attach that binary tree on the left of the particular node, and again what we will do, we will take one full binary tree from the right part, and we will attach that node, that tree, full binary tree on the right of the given node. And then what we will do, we will, so basically we will solve for all possible cases, we will get all combination, and after that what we will do, we will store each combination in a vector. So in this way we will solve this question. So basically in order to get binary trees on left part and right part, we will use some sort of recursion, and to reduce the time complexity, we will use memoization here. So I will write here, to get right full binary trees and left full binary tree, we will use recursion. Okay, and for lesser time complexity, we will use memoization. Okay, so in this way we will solve. So basically what will be the base case for this question, so for this whole question, so basically when we have n is equal to 1, so basically when we have n is equal to 1, so we will just add a node on a binary tree. Okay, and the value of that node will be 0, so we will just add a node with data 0, with value 0, and we will add this node, we will return this node for our final answer. So basically for n is equal to 1, what we will do, we will just return a single node. Okay, and a single node will have no child, so basically the single node has 0 child. Okay, single node has 0 child, hence it is, so we can say that it is full binary. Okay, so for this case you can have full binary tree with us. Okay, so what we are going to do, we will just return that single node in a form of vector. So this is going to be our base case. When n is equal to 1, we will do this thing, and otherwise what we will do, we will just get left part or and right part in through recursion. And what we will do, for we will take one subtree from left part and one subtree from right part, and we will attach those subtrees on the node. So in this way we can solve this question. So let us code this question, how we can solve it. So yeah, for what we will do, we will just have our uh, dp vector with us, which will be used for memoization. So vector of tree node, and it is a dp vector, and the size of this vector is nothing but n plus 1, and it is initialized with okay, n plus 1. The size of this dp vector is n plus 1. So how it will be used? So it will be used for memoization. Okay, so basically what we will do, we will have a recursive function with us. Okay, so let us have that function as solve, and the return type will be nothing but uh, vector of tree node. Okay, so that's what we want. So vector of tree node and star, let us say that function is solve, or let's say we can have get trees, and the parameter which will be passed here is nothing but intn, which is nothing but number of nodes, and again the vector of tree nodes, that is dp vector. So vector of tree node, and we will pass it by reference because we are going to update the value of dp. Okay, so basically what I was talking about, the base cases, when n is equal to even number, n is a even number, we will just return an empty vector. So I will write here, if n percent 2 is equal to 0. So basically when n is even, we will not have any full binary tree. Okay, so what I will do, I will just return an empty vector for this. So I will just return this empty vector. Okay, and if we have n is equal to 1, so I have discussed here, what we will do, we will just return a single node of value 0 in form of vector. Okay, so for this case what we are going to do, for this case we will just return a single node, and let us say that node is nothing but tree node and star root, and that node will be nothing but new. We will just add a single node. Okay, new tree node, and the value is nothing but 0. Okay, so we will just return this root in form of a vector. Okay, and if we know the value corresponding to particular n. Okay, so if we know the okay, if we have all trees for a given n, given number of nodes n, so what we will do, we will just return that value. So for this, what we can say, if dp of n is greater than 0. So basically what does it mean? We mean that it means that we are having some values or some number of vectors in this for this node. So what we will do, we will just return this value again. So return dp of n, and otherwise what we will do, we will solve recursively for the left part and the right part, and we will get the combination of, as I said here, we will get combination of one tree from the left part and node, and one tree from the right part. And what we will do, we will just store it in form of vector. So we will have that vector. So vector tree node and star, and let's say it is answer. Okay, and what we will do, so you what I am supposed to do, so you can see that for n is equal to 1, we will have some answer, but for n is equal to 2, we cannot have any answer. So you can see that what we will do, we will just iterate for odd number of nodes. Okay, we will just iterate for odd number of nodes, and we will solve for them. We will not iterate on even number of nodes. So basically what I am going to do, we will iterate on odd number of nodes and not on even number of nodes. Okay, so for this what we will have, a for loop with us. So for int I is equal to 1, I less than n, and I plus is equal to 2, because we want to iterate over odd number of nodes only. So what we will do, we will for this given number of nodes, what we will do, we will just solve for these nodes. Okay, so let us say the left tree contain the tree. So left part has a tree which with node I. So let's say we will solve for the left part. So vector of tree node star, and I will write here left tree. Okay, so this will solve for left tree, and it will be nothing but get trees. So for left part we are considering that it is having I nodes. Okay, so basically on each tree on the left part, we will have total of I number of nodes. So for this we will have total of I number of nodes. So I, and we will pass dp here. So what we are doing, we are considering I nodes on left tree, or left, wait, what happened? Okay, so left subtree, and if I nodes are on left subtree and we are having one node as main node, so number of nodes which are left on the right subtree will be nothing but n minus 1 minus I. So these much nodes are present on right subtree. So n minus 1 minus I nodes on right subtree. Okay, so we will get our left tree using this function. We will solve for I comma dp recursively, and for right part what we are going to do, we are going to solve recursively again, and we will get it. So right tree is nothing but get tree, and the number of nodes will be nothing but n minus 1 minus I comma dp. So basically what this function is doing, this function is returning number all the trees for n number of nodes. So I will write here, this function will return all trees, or all full binary trees for n nodes. So basically for I nodes, we for left part we will have total of I nodes, and for right part we will have total of n minus 1 minus I nodes. So in this way we will get all the trees, or all full binary trees on the left part and the right part. So basically what we got all the trees on left part, we got all the trees on right part. So we will iterate over all the trees in this left part and all the trees in this right part, and we will just make a combination of left up any tree on the left part node and any tree on the right part. So basically what we are going to do, we will iterate over all the trees in left tree and right tree. So basically for auto, so I will have a vector a variable left, okay, left, so which is nothing but left tree, it is nothing but element of left tree. And again we will have for right tree. Okay, so what we are going to do, we will take any so basically we have two trees with us on the, we have basically two subtrees with us on the left part and the right part. So I can write here subtree also. So subtree which is present at left, okay, and subtree which is present at right. So subtree at right and subtree at left. So basically what we will do, we will just create a tree. Okay, so tree node, and star root, or let's say node, and it is nothing but we will create our node. So new tree node, and you can see that the data is nothing but 0, a value of this node is nothing but 0. So I will write 0 here. And what we will do, we will just take a subtree at left part and a subtree at right part. So what we will do, we will just what we will do for the left part of this tree node. So node arrow left will be nothing but sub left. Okay, so basically what I am doing, sub left is left child of node, and similarly node arrow right is nothing but sub right. So it is, what does it mean? Sub right is right child of node. And after that we got a particular tree, and what we are going to do, we are just storing, we'll just store this tree in answer. So basically ans dot pushback, we will just push back this tree, so it is nothing but node. So we got the answer corresponding, we got all the combinations. Okay, and after that what we will do, we will just return this value, and for memorization we will update dp of n. So dp of n is nothing but our answer, and we will return it. Okay, so in this way this function will return all full binary trees corresponding to n nodes. And after that what we will do, we will just return this function. So we will just return get trees for n nodes and dp. So let us see whether the code works or not. Okay, there is some kind of error here. dp of, okay, it is size. Okay, size of the dp. So basically if size of a particular dp of n is greater than 0, so what does it mean? We have some values for at that particular nodes, we have some trees for that particular nodes, or we know the number of trees for that particular nodes. So that's why we will just return dp of n. So let us run again. So you can see that both the test cases are passing. Let us see for more test cases. So yeah, you can see that all the test cases are passing. And let us recall what we have done in this question. So basically starting from starting, we have said that when n is equal to, n is an even number, it is not possible to have any full binary trees. Okay, so for this case we will just return an empty vector. So that's what we have done for n% 2 is equal to 0. That is when we have even number of nodes, we will just return this empty vector. And otherwise what we will do, we will just for odd number of nodes, what we will do, we will just get all the trees at the left part and the all trees on the right part through recursion. So we will get all these trees on the left part and right part recursively. And after getting all the trees on the left part and right part, we will have a combination of we will what we will do, we will just attach one of the tree from left part to the left of this given node, and one of the tree from the right part at the right as the right child of given node. So what we have done to get full binary tree. Okay, so basically we got full binary tree on the left part and full binary tree on the right part. And what we have done, I will write here, we will attach or okay, we will attach one of the left full binary tree on the left of node, and similarly what we can say, we will attach one of the right full binary tree on right of the node. So basically this is our given node. So this is our node. So on this node what we will do, we will just attach one of the left full binary tree. So you can take one of these trees which are present in on the left side, and we will take one of the trees on the right side. And from the left side what we will do, we will just attach the tree on the left side of this node, and from the right what we will do, we will just attach on the right side of the nodes. So in this way we will get, so basically you can see that in this for this node you can have on the right side or the left side we can have 4 trees, and on the left side we can have 3 trees, so we can have total of 12 trees with us. So basically we will get all those 12 trees. Okay, so using this thing, so that's what we have done here. We have we got all the trees on the left part, and all the trees on the right part through recursion. So we have recursively solved for left part and right part. So for this what we can say that let us say for left part we are having I number of nodes. So basically for right part number of nodes will be nothing but n minus 1 minus I, and since the I is should be odd only, so so for that what we have done, we have just iterated for odd number of nodes. So that's why I plus is equal to 2, and we got the number of all the trees on left part and all the trees on right part. And after that we made the combination of each trees on right part and left part, and the tree which was present on left part is a child as is a left child of node, and the tree which is present at right part will be the right child of node. And we got our node, and what we have done, we are just storing the node in form of vector, and we will just return it. And for memorization we have used this dp vector, and if dp of n dot size, so basically for a given node if we know the value, if we know all the trees, so in that case we will just return dp of n, and in this way we can solve our question. So I hope you understood my solution, and I think I have explained this question very well. And if you like my solution, if you like my code, you can like my video also. And if you have any kind of doubt regarding this question, you can ask me in comment section also. And if you want to share any idea regarding this question, you can ask me there also. If you want to see some more videos like this, you can subscribe my channel, and the solution will be present at the description. You can see from there also. Thank you.